Hi there, it's Sandy, your sister and your friend. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I apologize for the longer delay between this and my last video. I was preparing a teaching for a conference that was sponsored by the Center for Contemplation and Truth in Nigeria. That took a little bit more time, and honestly, I just wanted to practice some of the things I was going to be sharing with you today since they're pretty new to me. And I just wanted to give them a little bit more time for me to feel comfortable with it before I shared it with you. Um, so I'd like to, first of all, always thank my subscribers and all of you who've taken the time to listen to my videos as I describe my journey in learning about our Father's goodness and our oneness with Him and what that means in our lives. Now, in my last video, I shared that I feel like I'm on the earth to live in the awareness of who I really am and to share my experience with others so they can also live in awareness. Now, in that video, I also spoke about contemplation, which is the act of just thinking profoundly about something. When we apply that to spiritual matters, it's really an inner seeing or awareness that transcends intellectual thoughts. Now, being aware that we are one with the source of all life is super important to us. Prayer and meditation are both useful in reaching our state of deep awareness. Now, in Christianity, we often talk about prayer as a means of speaking to and listening to God, but we're not taught much about meditation. So today's question is, how do we meditate? Meditation is pretty simple. It has to be simple enough for a child to be able to reach their inner self where God can be found. King David often wrote about meditating with God. In Psalm 63, he said, I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the watches of the night. And also in Psalm 119, he wrote that he meditates day and night. It seems like the tougher the circumstances that David faced, the more time that he found or made in his life to be able to meditate with God. Now, Jesus also practiced meditation. We know that he often went up to the mountain to pray with his Father. And for Jesus, this was likely a physical mountain as well as a symbolic one. But in Florida, we don't have any mountains. The highest point is about 300 feet over sea level. So for most of us, it's going to be a symbolic experience where we reach our inner self or our high place above the plane of our day-to-day human consciousness. Now, you can find many guides for meditation and contemplation in books and audible sources. You may already have one or two that bring you to a heart expansion, which is what we're looking for. Now, recognizing spaciousness in your heart is a good sign that you are, in fact, meditating. And if you haven't begun this practice of stillness, I'm going to lead you through a short meditation practice right now. I'm not going to have any music playing, but you might find that to be really helpful to you to getting your mind and heart in a still place. So here we're going to get started. Just get yourself into a comfortable sitting position and close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your abdomen and let it out. Do this a couple of times. Let any tension that you're feeling flow out of your body with your breath. Just focusing on your breathing will get you into the present moment. You're not in the past. Your past is over. You're not in the future. Your future is only imagined. You are in the present moment, in the presence of God. Enjoy this moment. This place of presence is not a physical place. It has no boundaries. You may feel a sense of deep inner expansion, a being at rest. You realize that you are the observer of your thoughts and feelings. You will notice them, but you will not attach to them. You are experiencing life as the observer of them. You may notice thoughts running across the screen of your mind. You will not judge them or get angry that they are there. They're simply like clouds moving across the sky. You may notice negative feelings rising up. Notice them or even welcome them, but you will not interact with them. They are also just passing clouds. You are apart from them. There's no space for them in the light. Anything you can observe here is not you as the observer. As you become more aware of your heart expansion, the thoughts and feelings will subside or take less space in your awareness. You will recognize this as your place of origin, and you are at peace here. You have no story here. You have no beliefs or opinions. There is no gender, no race, no color, no language, no religion, not even shape. Nothing exists here that can separate you from Source. You realize that there is only one life. You are aware of all life. You are all life. You are complete and whole. You are present in presence. It is all rest and pleasure and joy. You are happy here. There is no next step needed. Let's stay here for just a few more seconds and enjoy our heart expansion. Thank you, Father, for your presence and your love and your grace. Take another deep breath and release this into the universe. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Now, when I meditate like this, sometimes I can feel my whole body vibrating at a new frequency. At other times, I can feel different body parts tingling, or I may not have any physical sensations at all. If I focus my attention on a particular body part, say my knees, for example, where I had surgery about 40 years ago, I can actually feel them tingling, and I can feel myself sending energy and strength to them. So as you practice being in the source of life, you will bring this Christ consciousness into your daily activities. Meditating like this is a matter of training our bodies that they can no longer run unconsciously as our minds. Unwanted past emotions that have motivated us to fashion identities that are not ideal, we're going to let go of that, because we may not even like the person that we identify as being. Through meditation, I found that wisdom flows to me naturally, so I can be honest with myself about unwanted thoughts and emotions. This often leads to humility, which allows God's grace to flood into my soul. And God's grace cleanses us as nothing else can. And all of this happens from a state of rest in awareness. Now, of course, meditation involves surrendering to the one who created me as the source of all life. Now, my ego is going to resist this because it wants to stay in charge, although all of my problems and all of my suffering have all come from the ego. It's only this all-knowing, loving intelligence that can provide the best solutions for me. And they're actually usually solutions that I've never even considered. When I surrender my will and get out of the way, love answers the call of my heart. Love and joy and freedom become my reality. It's very important to give thanks at the conclusion of your meditation, because this is actually the indication that you know that you have received wisdom, and that you are being grateful for being cared for by your Creator. I can absolutely say that my within experiences are affecting my without experiences of daily life. And it's natural to notice that challenges or struggles are going to come up to test my resolve. But when I remain in awareness, I sustain peace and joy in every situation. And when I fail to remain in my ideal self, I just go back and examine what happened and what I would do in a similar situation in the future. And using my imagination, I can actually rewire my brain for a more loving outcome that serves me and the people around me better. And by picturing that outcome, I actually bring it into my present experience. My body will release all the negative emotions and thoughts so I can actually change my own history. My understanding of conscious awareness continues to evolve, so I'll be discussing more about this as my understanding increases. So we're going to stop here for today. I'm going to post the website again in the description for St. Omo at the Center for Contemplation and Truth. And I've also included a link to a guided meditation with Mooji that I think that you'll like a lot. So subscribe to my channel if you'd like to be notified of new videos. Don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell. And may God bless you abundantly in the days to come. I'll see you again soon. I just love being in God's family with you. Bye-bye.